The New York Stock Exchange trading floor reopened today after 2 months of closure due to the coronavirus pandemic. It is a major step towards the global economic recovery as states, a city in the United States and nations around the world losing the strict lockdown measures that were put in place to halt the spread of the coronavirus. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was on site this morning for the reopening and non-reopening. Strict safety measures have been put in place, including wearing face masks and social distancing and the banning of handshake. This is a major step for the global economic recovery. The streaming of the NYSC ticker feed atop the outside door of the exchange headquarters is a welcome sight for people that work on Wall Street. The reopening of the exchange couldn't have come at a better time for the neighborhood businesses. Many of them small businesses, restaurants, and cafes whose revenue come from consumers that work and live in the financial districts. I spoke with some of these businesses. How long have you been open?
1 week.
1 week, and how is business? This area in general is usually very busy. So,
Yeah, it's down, but there's still people. We're managing. We're probably down. We're doing about 15% of what we normally do.
wow.
So we're down a good 85%.
Okay. And during the closure, were you able to, because the government provided the stimulus package for small business, were you able to benefit from that?
Yeah, the only reason we're open is because the government's helping us out. Yep.
Oh, okay. So you are opening, I mean, they are still opening things in stages. Are you looking forward to the recovery in general?
I can't wait for this thing to open up, man. But you know, it's up to the governor. When he says go time, it's go time. So we trust in him, and we'll get it going when he says it's time to go.
Well, your customers are coming back.
Yeah.
Did you just open your business back today?
No, we opened it back on May 13th.
On May 13th. And how has business been since you opened?
It started to pick up little by little. It seems like everybody's getting back to work a little by little. So.
And you're still doing pickup, customer order on the phone or online, and then they come
people order online as well as they can come in and place their order through us.
But this lockdown, how much has it impacted your business in general?
It's impacted a little part, you know. But I think everybody's going through the same thing.
Did you lay off any of your workers or put them on furlough?
We did the same, every company did.
While the reopening of the exchange trading floor is a sign for Main Street businesses that things are beginning to get back to normal, other businesses with fewer than 20 employees, sole proprietors, and owned by immigrants are still struggling to survive. I can see that you are opening up. How long have you been open?
Like few hours, I see it's very quiet, no business, but I clean and I finish.
How long have you been open? Like since when? You were closed and then you reopened. When did you reopen your business again?
Open maybe next month, something regular.
Okay, so you've been open for 2 days now, right?
Yeah.
Usually this area is very busy.
Yeah, before it's very busy, but now nothing. It's very quiet.
The same sentiment was echoed by his partner when I checked back an hour later.
Very
and
busy, yeah.
you can see one of your regular customers.
Now very quiet, maybe even 2%, 3% people.
This is one of your regular customers, right?
Yeah, this regular.
Oh, okay, so it's good to see them back. Did you, were you able to get the small business loan to help you out? The government stimulus, did you apply for it? Was he able to help you out?
But in the small store, I think they work out maybe.
You didn't apply? So what were you doing? How were you surviving during those 2 months? I mean, your business was shut down. How did you survive?
maybe this 1 month, 2 month, this 2020 is no good business. Or
It's not good. It's not good for your business.
220, 221 maybe is
How long did you just open today?
Yeah, just come to just cleaning. That's it.
Just cleaning?
Yeah,
You've been locked down for 2 months.
2 months, 2.5 months. Yeah.
2.5 months. Were you able to get any relief from the small businesses loan?
I know receive yet.
Huh?
I know receive
You haven't received anything.
nothing.
How has it affected your business?
Too much affected. Too much.
Too much?
Yes.
A lot?
Yeah, I lost a lot of money.
Huge financial loss is a sentiment echoed by other businesses, and with 6 months left to go in the year, many are worried and uncertain whether they will be able to recoup their money back. This unfolding drug crisis from the COVID-19 pandemic have not only crippled America as well as the global economic, it has laid bare long-term systemic problems in the nation's economic and society that leave many people and small businesses, especially minority-owned businesses, hanging on the cliff trying to survive. On the other side of town of the Wall Street, at the Grand Central Terminal, one of the busiest tourist attractions and high traffic indoor marketplace in the city, most businesses are shuttered and there are no customers in sight.
Right now, this pandemic, as you can see, is there's no one in here. Tell your friends and family we are open. But right now, we had to throw away a lot of food, spoil. We had little friends. Come on. See how this is blocked off? Can't nobody come through. Just for sanitation reasons. Gotta keep ourselves safe. Right now, we gotta keep it 6 feet, so I'm stand right here. Come on. Right now it's hard because not a lot of people know. So we're here every day letting the walk-in people know that we're open. And just, trying to make everyone feel at home right now.
Usually this area is always
Busy all the time, especially during the terminal. Rush hour is like, from this area right here, we have a whole line up to the registers. We've been busy, but right now we have no one.
And have you been open throughout the shutdown?
Ma'am?
Have you been open throughout the shutdown? Throughout.
No. We actually shut down for a minute because, people throughout the terminal were tested positive for COVID-19. So we had to shut down. But then when people came to clean, we opened around May 5th.
Okay.
May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th.
And customer have been
Good feedback, happy, in and out. Very few, but they come in.
You also mentioned that you've had to throw away a lot of food.
Yes, over here in our grocery section was horrible. Horrible. They're throwing away a lot.
Main Street businesses are not the only one feeling the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Majority of the population are also struggling, but for the most part, many are taking things in stride and have adopted the safety precautions that the government put in place. Regarding the economic recovery, the president wants things to go back to normal, but we are in the epicenter, New York City. And so usually you will I can see you are waiting in line to go into the bank. How has things affected you during this period?
It's just a long time. It just takes a long time to do things. They want to open the city? Not yet. Too many things happen.
So you support what the governor is doing rather than just
The governor,
opening?
not. Actually, the president wants to open up.
Yeah, the president wanted want everything
The
to go
governor's
back.
the governor's doing the right thing.
Oh, the governor is doing the right thing. So how are you coping during this period?
I'm doing fine for now. The only thing you have to wait for everything. So that's life. Everything in life you have to wait.
So are you worried about the next couple of months
I'm not worried.
regarding
I'm
the
not worried. As long as
recovery?
you take care of yourself, I'm not worried.
Okay, so your family and
Everybody's safe, so thank
everyone
God.
is safe. I just got off the Staten Island ferry, and I'm in one of the tourist attraction in New York City. And as you can see, there's barely anyone around here. This whole area is usually filled with a lot of tourists. But the only people that you can see are locals that are out and about, just exercising or taking their dog for a walk or taking their kid for a walk. So the city, in a lot of ways, despite is still in lockdown, and most people are abiding by it. The people that we're seeing that are riding bikes and jogging around, everyone is still wearing their masks. You are part of the essential workers, and that still in a lot of ways keep this city running. So what has this experience has been for you? What this experience coming to work and
It's a lot. It's the devastation, the loss of life, and the shutting down of all business due to the pandemic. It's very scary though. It's scary, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, but we gotta hang in there, do what we gotta do. You know, pray to God that we get up the next day.
I know, like some of your colleagues have been affected by the pandemic.
So far, only one person that worked up the line, and no, two people up the line. But I don't know if anybody else around here, because they're not going to tell us that anyway. You know, but.
In terms of working, this is Grand Central, which is always very busy.
Yes.
And so to see this transformation that is so,
like I said,
desolate.
It is. It was like this for Sandy. It was shut down. Nobody here. I worked that. You know, so I'm kind of used to when there's a lot of devastation and things going on, this being empty, so I'm used to it, but this trip is definitely different.
On a different level.
Definitely. On a higher scale.
Are you worried about the economic impact on the...
Listen, I'm in a good place, I'm working, and I still get paid. I feel bad for all the millions of people that are not getting a dime. You know, I can't complain, and I won't complain, because there are people that really need help, and they're not getting it.
So, while the financial impact of the COVID-19 is on the mind of many people, the health aspect is top priority for many people that we spoke with. What are you most concerned about in terms of the pandemic and what is going on in New York City?
Well, I'm concerned about the people. A lot of people died. So until they get this thing fixed or get this thing under control, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a major problem. So what I'm looking for is for them to come up with some type of solution for the problem, so people can get back to work. It's very bad out here right now. Very bad. This is like a depression right here. You're more into the days of the depression when people wasn't working and people was going through this and that and losing their homes and so this thing here it's really hard, man. It's really hard. It's really hard.
I see you're standing over there. I assume you're taking a break?
No, I'm working actually.
Okay.
I'm at work. Security guard.
Okay. So you're one of the essential workers. You've
Correct.
been coming to work throughout this period.
Correct.
Have you lost, do you know whether have you lost any of your colleagues to this pandemic?
I haven't lost none of my family yet. None of my family.
Or any of your co-workers?
It's like maybe a couple of co-workers here. that got sick. But I don't know if they're, I don't know if they're still alive or died. There's a couple of guys in there that had it.
So how do you protect yourself when you come to work?
Well, I'm mostly isolated. I'm mostly really by myself. So I'm not working around people. I'm mostly isolated off.
And when you go back home also, well, what do you do to protect your family?
Well, when I go home, it's like, I don't really change anything when I go home. I'm in my house. I don't change nothing. My family's not affected. My wife's not affected. Nobody's not affected in my house. So I don't change anything going home. Once I'm in my house, I don't change nothing.
Okay. And I mean, New York.
Wash my hands and make sure everything clean. Yeah, that. But I don't change nothing else.
We are in the heart of Manhattan, New York City, where usually the street is always busy, especially around this period.
Correct.
So to see New York City shut down, how do you feel about that?
You only can feel a certain way because you can't open up the city when this thing is out like this. So basically they are doing the right thing. You're protecting the people getting infected, or people who's not infected, they can get infected. People who don't know they have it can affect somebody else. So they're doing the right thing, shutting it down until this thing calms down. But it's hurting businesses. But your health is important. That's number one, your health is important.
I mean, the government is talking about reopening the economic bag and allowing people to go back to work. Are you worried about that?
Well, I'm worried about it to a certain extent. I mean, I wouldn't open everything up. Like Dr. Fauci said, it's not good for them to open everything up. Just things at a time. Little at a time, little at a time. And then once it goes down, the death toll and everything start going down, then you gradually start opening things up. Not everything at one time. Little at a time, and everybody still wear masks.
What would you like the government to do? Do you think the stimulus package that they've provided to people, have that help? Do you think that is helping, and what do you think the government can do to help people like you?
Yeah, the stimulus package does help because people they're not working, so that money does help a little. It does help. It's the way how you spend it. But if you gotta pay bills or whatever, it does help. Besides not getting anything, so that does help.
Are you worried about the global economy?
It's definitely in trouble. There's nobody working, there's no money floating around, so it's going to be a big issue.
Where are you? Are you coming from work?
I'm coming from work. I work on the Upper East Side.
Okay.
And even up there, it's like everything, all these businesses that are still closed and they're going to continue to be closed, everybody's going to lose their jobs. Nobody's going to have money.
Okay. The government provide a stimulus package. Have you received yours?
But yes, I did.
Okay, what did you do with it?
I saved it.
You saved
I'm
it?
using it because I'm fortunate enough that, I'm working, so I'm able to pay my bills and just hold on to that because you're going to have to pay taxes on it.
At some point.
Yes.
So are you worried about any other thing in terms of they're saying that there will be a second wave?
That's always a possibility because there are some people that don't listen. But, I mean, it may sound irrational what I'm about to say. But I say, open the whole country and you'll get rid of all the dumb people. Because if you're not wearing a mask, you're not doing anything to protect yourself, and you want to party and you get it, and then you want to lay in a hospital bed and say, why did this happen to me? Then, everybody's doing their part to take care of themselves and not contract or spread this virus.
He said it right. Stopping the spread of COVID-19, health safety take top priority for everyone in New York right now.